All right, good morning, everybody. How we doing? How we feeling? What's going on, Kiki and AKA West? Appreciate y'all coming through. Got a lot of information to try to get on here a little early this time. Got a lot of information to put out. I'm gonna go ahead and get that out before the market open, before the opening bell. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so today I'm not gonna have a quote of the day, but instead of the quote of the day, what I'm gonna do is give a special shout out to my fellow service members, active duty, non-active, and all the veterans today. Happy Veterans Day. We definitely appreciate your service to the country and everything that you do. Alright, so moving right on into it, let's go ahead and get this pre-market insight. Yeah, I saw that, Wes. Appreciate you. I haven't been able to give as much attention to it as I wanted to, but it's definitely got a lot of plans for that. All right. So in the economic calendar today, we don't have anything. Of course, it's Veterans Day, so they're not going to plan any kind of events for today. Tomorrow we have the core CPI and initial jobless claims with crude oil inventories, and on Friday we just have the PPI. All right, go ahead and look at that power range. All right, so for NQ, today's futures session, we have a high of 11,654.75 with a low of 11,584. At the time of this posting, we were trading neutral, up 1.20%. The volume 115K, which is still kind of significant, not as much as we've been seeing this week, but that's still a lot of volume for the pre-market. With the ATR is 322.19. That's my civilian and my military side, battling each other. Anyway, if you're a veteran, you understand that. All right. So let's look at the chart, see how the price responded to the fib lines. All right, you can see at the open, the bulls came out, had a little trade, traded sideways a little bit, a little dip in the European session before pushing slightly higher. And we've been trading sideways ever since. So still overall, we're still bullish. I'm seeing a lot of support in here. Right here at 712. I will also look at some support right here at the top of the power range, as well as at the low of the power range. Depending on what happens in the next 15 minutes, my bias will be to the long side, but I'm definitely ready for anything. I'm going to look at the possibilities on both sides, and we will trade according to what the market gives us. All right, so another thing I wanted to bring up this morning is not gold. It's with Leeloo. I saw this email over yesterday morning, where they have, this is Leeloo, right, where they have moved to U.S. market trading days. So whatever that means on the back end, what that means for you is if you're a part of if you start going through their evaluation, before you had to take screenshots, you had to do all this kind of stuff. Once you pass all their requirements, which is just to reach the target, and you don't break any of the very few rules, you can go check out their website if you want to see all the rules and all that stuff. It's not bad at all, personal opinion. But what they've recently changed with this recent change, you don't have to do everything that you had to do before. Once you pass their evaluation, all you have to do now is they have some instructions. Once you click this link, we'll go ahead and do that. And you'll go into your R Trader, and you'll pull up your history, and you just take the last 10 days and you email that to them. and then they'll, review it, and they will approve you to the performance account. So the overall message of all of this is that Leeloo is progressing. You can see that they have some growth. If you just look at this from a business perspective, you can see that their company is growing. And if you look on their website, also they have a claim that the largest profit in one day was $34,000 with 2,553 performance accounts in 2020. So they are definitely growing. I know from personal experience from a friend that they are legit, and they do, give you a payout once you, reach all of your thresholds and all that stuff. All right. So the second thing that I want to cover today is my journal on the website. I've made a lot of updates to it. I'm always changing it and trying to put as much value in there as possible. So you can also, up here, you can see my Leeloo progress. Right now I'm 12% on my way to reaching the target. Later on, I'm not gonna get to all of that right now. Once I've reached that target, I'll make a video about it, and that whole process, what I just talked about, of proving that you reached all the targets and the goals and all that stuff. I'll make a video about that once that happens. But what I want to point out this morning is, once you go to the journal, update. Well, there's a link in here. I can show you on I have to figure that out later. I'll figure it out today and figure out why it didn't update. But I have this recommendations for growth link. Once you click on that, I probably just have to share it up here. But once you click on this, I have all kind of resources in here, because I'm always learning. I'm always listening to podcasts and watching YouTube interviews, and learn as much as I can about the market and about finances and business and all of that. So like the ones that I think have the most significant value, I save them here. So anything that I have also the brokers listed here, my recommended brokers, my recommended platforms are the platforms that I have experience with. Of course, Leeloo, a link to Leeloo is here. Also, if you're interested in Leeloo, you haven't started with it yet, a link is in the description below of all my videos. So that is an affiliate link, just so you know. And then I have a lot of helpful resources in this link right here. Let me go back. And then of course I made another video recently about these templates and these spreadsheets and all of that stuff, as well as how you can copy this this layout and these templates for yourself. All right, so I think I'll release that video on Sunday, so you can go ahead, Sunday night, so you can go ahead and, if you're interested in that, you can go ahead and check that out. So that's pretty much everything I wanted to cover this morning. As of right now, I feel like there's a lot of value in here. I don't like charging for value, but I feel like I could charge for this, but I'm not going to. So we don't know if that's going to change in the future, but as of right now, this is free. More than likely, we'll see. I feel like I definitely should be. This is something that I could charge for, but as of right now, 100% free if you are interested in this information that I share here. All right, so let's go ahead and move on. Let's get ready for today's market. Go ahead and finish all of my pre-market routines and checklists and all of that stuff. All you gotta do, Wes, is go to mv3trader.com, the journal section, and I'll show you once you get here. I didn't have to go back. click on the big red button, and up here at the top, click duplicate. You will have to get a, you will need a Notion account, which is free. Just set up a Notion account if you don't already have it, and be signed in to Notion. And once you click this duplicate, it'll start downloading and it'll duplicate for you. And everything that's in here, you'll get, it'll copy every single thing that's in here. Go ahead and shut this down. Got to get my pre-market screenshot. A nice little rainy day over here today. Let's see, $6.99. All right, so I'm also looking at support at $6.99.75, where I have this fib level. You can also see there's a well, this is a valley in the volume profiles. With this level right here, like at $6.99, that range or that area. I'm also seeing confirmation of support on the hourly chart. Everything is lining up. If I wanted to give it a range, I would say 715 to all the way to 680. We'll let the market open and see what happens if we make it down there, and if we do, Right now we have a little support based on volume. Well, we'll see if we make it down there and what happens after the market opens. Yeah, I like TradingView also. TradingView doesn't have enough of automation for me, but if I'm like traveling, that's the platform. Like if I'm traveling and if I have my MacBook, then that's the platform that I would trade on. All right, we're open. You had buyers sitting right down in there. We got a little bit of choppiness in this first 3 minutes. Some indecision, got a little battle going on right here. We'll see how this candle closes. If I'm gonna make a decision just to sit back and watch it for a minute, or how aggressive I'm gonna play this. See, the bulls do have some resistance to fight through. I traded the battle zone a little bit yesterday, but I'm not a huge fan of trading in the battle zone, what I call the battle zone. Leeloo has, since they use Rhythmic, the only real platform that you can use right now is NinjaTrader. Before they did work with Sierra Chart, but they're having problems with the Rhythmic data and Sierra Chart that pretty much both sides just gave up on trying to fix the problem. So, but once you word on the street is once you pass the evaluation phase, you can trade with Sierra or any chart where you can use the Rhythmic data, because they use Rhythmic for their data. Also CQG, I think CQG is once you get in the performance account, you can use CQG data. So as long as the platform accepts CQG or arithmetic data, and if you're in the evaluation phase, as long as the platform accepts arithmetic data, then you can, I'm sure you can use it. But what they promote is NinjaTrader, and that's what I use. It's for Leeloo. You know, NinjaTrader has its problems, but it's not horrible. Of course, for me personally, nothing compares to Sierra. Oh, really? Yeah, I can see why, you know, NinjaTrader has caused me a few problems, but I haven't had any major problems. It's like I had to restart or make sure all my settings were correct, you know, according to the information that was given to me by Leeloo. So Hindsight Capital says I could have had an order sent down here. It's off the 200 SMA. We bounced clean off that 200 SMA twice. Looking to, I jump in on the momentum, but I will have protection for the pullback. I will expect some pullback.
Order submitted. Order filled. Order submitted.
I'm bullish based off my power range, so I move my stop down here. In fact, for screenshot purposes,
Target filled.
yep. She running before I get to finish my, you know, the setup.
Stop order canceled.
So hit my first target, the second target got triggered my break even. So that was a quick in and out for me. Before I even got to take the screenshot. Yeah, I trade NQ. possible that I got chopped out before, you know, the full move. What's going on, Origin? Just going to prepare an order for some pullback.
Order submitted.
The bulls are definitely running today. Yeah, hindsight capital, I would have liked to have gotten in at 710. Go ahead and make a little hindsight capital note. Of course, these any notes or any thoughts or anything from hindsight capital, I put that in the journal, and you can see it as I put it there. Now I'm just trying to decide where exactly how I want to play the pullback. Do I want to be aggressive? And I'm going to use the volume profiles to give me, a little assistance for where I want to place my order. I just trying to, make the decision if I want to be aggressive with it or, what exactly I want to look for. Definitely going to go long down here. I'm seeing volume scattered at various price points in this range between 820, honestly, all the way down to 750. So I'm not going to be super aggressive with my order. If I don't get another order today, another trade today, I'm perfectly okay with that. Definitely don't want to force a bad trade, which I've done in the past. I remember a time where I would have taken a trade that I just knew wasn't going to work out. But I don't, those bad trades, or I don't have a lot of regret for, that kind of, for those times, because a lot of lessons came in those, in those bad trades, or those times where I wasn't reading the market well, or just a lack of experience. So I gained a lot of lessons from those periods, which that I'm able to benefit from today. So they're important for us. It's important for us to, I'm just going to speak from my own personal experience, that it's important to get that experience, to take those losses, as long as you're managing your risk. That's the key to it all. You're going to have losses, but you got to manage your risk. And as well as you manage your risk is what's going to dictate how long you get to be in this business. I mean, you can hear it from, I've listened to a lot of successful traders, even heard a little bit from traders that, didn't quite make it. And it's, the underlying message that they all, repeated was, geared around risk management. In the beginning, they didn't really manage their risk well. so they suffered consequences. But once they started to manage the risk, and they understood the risk and really took that into consideration, that's when things turned around for them. And their success came with losses and struggles and setbacks. It's part of it. Like I always say, the lessons are in the losses. Looking at 800, it is possible for us to bounce there. Any breakout trades is completely breakout or takeout trades for me is completely out of the question because we're so parabolic. For right now. The music up a little bit. This could be setting up for another push higher, but since we are so far away from the mean, I still don't like a takeout or a breakout trade. Nope, a little head fake. Still looking to buy the dip. Bears are coming in a little strong. order coming up that I have to take based on the strategy, and I do like the setup.
Order filled. Order submitted. Target filled.
Alright, this one's gonna be if I can get a screenshot before this gets triggered.
Order canceled.
Took a quick one right there on that bounce. I wasn't too patient with it because of how strong the sellers they come in. Called an audible on that play. And continue to trade higher, but that's perfectly fine with me. I'm okay with living in Scap City right now. And what I'm usually supposed to do is when I place a trade in the NinjaTrader, I'm supposed to switch over to that screen with the recording because I want it also, you know, not just to show it, to show my trades or whatever. But I also like to have it for myself so I can go back and review it later if I want to. But you know, this price action is, you know, kind of strong today, so I'm barely getting a chance to take the screenshot. Because once I get triggered in, then I make my adjustments based off of, you know, what the price is doing and, you know, how everything is trading. And based on the levels that I'm looking at. And by the time I do that, you know, I'm almost already out of the trade. So that turned around quickly. Not surprised at all. could run from here, but I'm not expecting that. Alright, so if I take another trade, I'm gonna be, very picky with it. I am not a volume trader. I look to get the best trades that I can get. But since we're kind of volatile right now, it's only, the market is only giving me scalps based on my strategy. Of course, I can look back and hindsight capital can tell us that, I could have did this, that, or whatever. The only trade that I think I would have liked to have gotten back, or that I would like to have traded based on, what hindsight capital has to say, is the one, at the open after that first 3 minutes. I would have liked to have taken it long at, in that range that I called out in the pre-market. But other than that, I'm cool with everything that happened. I may even take a trade. I didn't mean to do that. May even switch over to Sierra at this point. I haven't been getting a lot of attention to my regular trading accounts. I'm trying to. My main focus right now is to pass this combine, or the evaluation in Leeloo. So I haven't really taken any trades in my main account lately. I think the last trade I took was in October. Hindsight Capital is saying a lot this morning. I don't like that. I'm saying is the volume profile has shown a lot of good areas to uh, enter in long to place, entry orders. Yeah, I took, the last one I took was based off of, well, it was really based off the fib. It was based off a mixture of the volume profile and my fib level, which is all based off, that's based off the power range. sellers are definitely making a strong attempt to push price lower. Which means they could be trapped if we push higher or we push above 820. In breaking news, I need some a little need like a little sound clip, like a something like that. But now Leeloo is offering 35% off until Sunday. I just saw an email from Leeloo. I have a discount, but in my description, 15% off. But right now they're offering 35% off. In fact, let me go ahead and is it? I don't want to. Maybe also that I'm talking low, not really talking too loud. Hold on. Got a lot of different things going on right now. Let me. And the music could be a little loud. I'm over here vibing to the music. Appreciate that though, Forex. See, I'm trading this one's a little bit different than I trade in Leeloo. So let's see here. see, what I want to do is I want to avoid clipping. So it's just something that I'm gonna have to work that out after the fact. All right, cool. That sounds better. Cool. I'm gonna put that discount code in the chat. And then later on I put it in the description for anybody who may be interested. Either now or after the stream. Doesn't look like the breakout is gonna work. Could have been a trap for me, but you know, we'll see if we can get a bounce, and then we'll see what happens. Nice little pennant pattern where that's forming. Trying to push higher. the buyers are still, they're not giving up yet. So it's a good sign for me. I will take a scalp. Definitely wouldn't be surprised if we continue lower though. Price action exit. Not my desired way to trade in in this my regular account. So would have liked to have had a momentum trade there, but it worked out. So it could actually looks like it could go higher. But of course it doesn't have to. It can actually turn around again up here at the resistance. I am definitely more aggressive in my Leeloo account just because, for one, I have to be, because I have to reach that target. Also, I have more leg room with Leeloo, which is the whole purpose of, trading with them in the first place. So that's 3 winners for me, and I'm definitely good today. I don't have to take any more trades. What is that? Should be 6 contracts total. Yep. 4 in Leeloo and 2 with AMP. Go ahead and lock that in the journal. Yep. All right, so that's gonna do it for me today. I'm going to go ahead and close up the shop on that note. Definitely appreciate y'all for coming through and trading with me and you know, all of that good stuff. I'll work on the volume later. Listen to the playback of this. Trades green. You took 6 trades with NQ. So I'll explain this real quick. So the way I have it set up, I will. I trade really my middle screen, which is. Let me go ahead and switch over real quick. Alright, so this is my main trade window. But sometimes I will look over at my other screen, and then I place a trade. If I'm only trading in Sierra, I will look over to this screen here. Okay, yeah. I'll trade off of this screen here, and then I place all my trades right here in this upper left window. So. But primarily, I am trading off of this screen. With the Leeloo here, Ninja Trader here, and then I have another window for Sierra right here on the left side of the screen. So, anyway, so I think that explains that. And yeah, I took 6 contracts with NQ. All right, so. Again, definitely appreciate y'all for coming through, and hope y'all have a good rest of the day. Holla at y'all later. Trade it easy.